The following podcast is a collection of creatives posing interesting perspectives and opinions on branding, marketing, business, and everything in between. The views expressed on this podcast do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of its guests, hosts, or production team. The names, circumstances, and situations discussed are about 98% fictitious, with the primary intent to protect the guilty. Well, this podcast is designed to educate, inform, enlighten, and if you're entertained in the process, we did our job.
Last week, we caught tons of flack in the comment section about the 5 things to avoid in business. This week, we're going to take a deep dive. Does sexuality truly have a place in your brand, or does it not? This is the Making a Brand podcast. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Today, I want to welcome you to the Making the Brand podcast. I am Jarvis Releford.
And I am Kris Kinder.
Listen, it's lit today. It's up.
Yes.
Welcome to the Making the Brand podcast. Make sure if you need to rewind to the disclaimer in the beginning. But yeah, this is gonna be this is one, man. The comment section on fire. I got a lot of hate mail. Yeah. I got a lot of support. Got a lot of what's the opposite of support? Criticism.
Yeah,
got a lot of criticism in the comment section. So we're talking about. But before we get into it, what's going on with you?
Oh man, living the dream, man.
Living the dream.
Yeah, the projects are coming out. I'm excited about all of the work that we put in, and I think the nature of everything that we do is so we can see those results. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And once you see the results, it's like this gratifying thing. With
That's
that
dope.
being said, the Seal of Death 2 has been earning so many awards in the film festivals. So
dope.
to see it, to get the positive feedback,
That's dope.
it's super dope.
That's
We
super
live
dope.
for that.
That's
So,
super dope.
but yeah. Just
super
living the
dope.
dream.
Listen, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And what about you? Talk to me.
You know, I was in Charlotte this past weekend. It was a completely impromptu trip. My homie, shout out to Art. It was his birthday. We went out to Charlotte. And I was riding in the car with a chick from your hometown.
Really?
Yeah, and she knew you.
Did she?
Yeah, her name was Erica. I didn't get her last name. Shout out to Erica.
Hey, Erica.
Erica, yeah,
I know 3. How she look?
She's brown skin. She just got married maybe a year or so ago.
That's all 3 of them. I don't know.
Sheesh.
I need to.
All the Ericas and Americans got married in the in the last year. But
Hey,
yeah,
Erica.
yeah, super cool. So went out to Charlotte, got some work done out there while I was celebrating my homie's birthday. I will be in Baltimore at the end of April. I'll be in Vegas midway through May. So God is good. We just got nominated for branding and marketing company of the year.
Nice.
Real Money Talk, Erica Lane. So we got a lot going. I'm super excited. We just here for it. You know what I mean? We just here for it. But
Congrats. Big things.
appreciate it. Yeah, man, it's good. God is good. I can't complain. We prayed for it. So, you know, I'm excited about that.
You pray for it, then you work for it.
That's it. We prayed for it and then we work for
That
it.
follow-up
So
is everything.
it is. So last week we were talking about the 5 things to avoid in your business, right? We're losing clients left and right, And one of the points that we brought up was mentioning sexuality in your business, sexuality in your brand. And we said, like, now some brands it fits.
Right.
And in some brands it doesn't. Right? So we're gonna take a deep dive this week. We're gonna really, really, really dive in to, does your sexuality truly have a place in your brand or in your business?
Absolutely. You know how I feel about it.
Okay.
You know, if we're gonna dive in, we go straight to it.
Okay, let's talk about
I believe that it definitely holds a place in your brand, in your business. Now, we had some conversations off topic and off book,
Okay.
off screen.
Okay.
And I said there are times, like, for instance, people who have OnlyFans accounts. I think that is the market where it matters about your sexuality, because that is how you get your subscribers. I know that is unorthodox. I know it is new and it's kind of forward thinking, and it may go against your righteous resolves, but it is a fact.
But
in that place,
is OnlyFans a business?
yes. There are people who make millions from OnlyFans.
There are.
Paying bills. We've seen receipts.
Yeah, we've seen people. We've seen the results.
You understand what I'm saying? So they're not on there baking cakes.
Okay, outside of OnlyFans,
okay,
where else is your sexuality like important in business? Where else? Like I don't agree. Like yeah, I don't agree. I believe that when it comes to OnlyFans, your sexuality is only important to those that want to see you in those sexual acts. And if I don't think OnlyFans is a business. You know what I'm saying? I think.
So what do you think? What is the definition of a business?
The transfer.
Come on, let's walk. Let's walk through that.
Okay.
Because if that is the case, then that is a legitimate business. It is a service for a price.
It is exchange services, products, exchange for finances or other goods.
And they got services.
They got services.
Out the door.
I don't think it's a legitimate business. Let's say that.
Wow.
Because it doesn't. It requires limited marketing. You don't need to brand your OnlyFans. Now the good ones do.
Listen, I listen, because there's some making $30 a month, and there's some making $30,000.
This is true. I know some women that bought houses.
Same.
With their OnlyFans, and so taking it a step further beyond OnlyFans, like, because that's cool. Like that to me, that's different. That's niche. That's different. I think that. I don't need to know that my barber is gay. I don't need to know that my daughter's hairdresser is gay. Those are things that I don't need to know. And I think until we get to a point where we identify that or understand that your sexuality doesn't help you perform any better.
I agree
Maybe
with
in the
that.
bedroom, but not. Oh, wow. It doesn't make you a better barber because you're gay.
Right.
But there are some industries where your sexuality does make you better at what it is you do.
So let me ask you something. This is just between me and you.
Okay.
And everybody
between
else.
Us. All right.
So you don't want to know if your barber's gay? Like, so when he's cutting your hair, like, so the position, right? So you're in the chair. You're in the chair? No. And all of a sudden, there's like this crazy. You're like, you don't care.
So yes, I do need to know that my barber's
You should
gay.
know. I feel like this is a valid conversation because at this point,
have you seen
the positioning is crazy.
It's nuts. There's a TikTok with a barber, and he says stuff. He says a whole bunch of just.
I seen him,
and he's like, you bend over a little bit for me. And the dude sitting in the chair, he can't bend over,
bad.
and the dude is like, yo, man, like, can you stop with the sexual innuendo?
It was so
the homosexual
funny.
innuendos.
He was genuinely upset too.
Yeah, he was. I would have been pissed off too.
So
yeah,
would you want to know?
He'd be like, you gonna let me get that back there?
Come on, real quick. Let me hit it from the back.
Let me hit it from the back. Yeah, dude was like, my man. Technically.
Those so yeah.
So yes, in a sense, it is, but
not at all times.
I just don't think you should wear it.
Right.
And before we really dive in, I don't have a dog in your fight. I don't have a dog in a homosexual's fight. Right. I don't care what you do, who you do it with, how you do it, how many times you do it, what you wear, why you do. I don't care about any of that. That has nothing to do with anything. I'm not home. I'm none of those things, right? Like I got, here goes a typical standard line. I got friends that are gay, right? I got friends that are gay, but it doesn't matter to me. However, I think like any other liberty, like any other thing, you begin to infringe upon my space and my liberties when you impose it on me, when you press it on me. And like, I don't want to talk to you in the whole conversation. Like, we don't got to do that. Yes. Just say yes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you don't want them to just stretch that word out.
Yeah. None of it has to be stretched.
So let me say this. And don't, please, this might get me canceled. I know for sure I'm going to catch some flack about this. And I think it is what it is. I believe sometimes when it comes to the LGBT community as a whole, regardless of who's in it, who's not. This is not any of that. I believe that the identity is all sexual. LGBTQIA. I don't know if they've added any other
FA. ZQ.
Stop. You know what? Because I'm like, what's the F for?
No, I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea what
F is for
everything
finding
after the
your
T.
way. I got it. I got you. So I feel like it is the only group of people who want you to identify them based on who they have sex with. And so naturally, the first thing I am going to think of, because you've now introduced yourself to me based on your sexual orientation, who you're sexually attracted to. And how do you separate your mind from that? Why do I need to know that?
I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? How come I can't just know you for who you are? I don't have to see a flag. If you want to be treated as equal, then why separate yourself from the population? You don't have to do that.
True.
You know, I've never seen a heterosexual flag. Who cares?
Do we have one?
I don't know. You know, that would be equal rights though. It's like the LGBTQ, then the heterosexuals, and now here we are again. It's the whole conversation all over again.
Yeah.
What would the heterosexual flag look like? Side note.
Probably like black.
Just
It's a black flag.
with an H on it.
Nah, because it could go either way. So it'll be like a black flag with like maybe one finger.
One finger?
Yeah, like a hand emoji, like one finger.
So the black is all the colors together?
Yeah, black is everything. Yeah.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Equal rights. We're
Equal
just talking
rights.
about that.
I'm with you. I'm in total agreement. I don't think that, you know, I get that you're proud.
Mm-hmm.
I get
And
that
that's okay.
I get it. I get that you're proud. I get that you are excited about living your truth. I get that. I'll live your truth.
Right.
But again, you living your truth can't infringe upon me and my truth. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so again, like, I don't think I need to know that my photographer is gay. I don't need to know that. But then there are some people that have these businesses that only work with like gays only. They only work with gays.
Yeah, and they're only comfortable with working with other gay, you know.
That's it.
And I try to be politically correct and just say just the LGBTQ, right?
I'm saying gays. I'm all politically incorrect. I'm sorry.
But then there's that, right?
Right.
So there's this evolution of language or respect, right? Back in the day, you couldn't say the R word. Now we say mentally challenged, right?
Well, that's
so
'cause people are sensitive.
Yeah, we're very sensitive.
Right.
Even, you know, you're full-fledged beard with makeup and a wig and you identify as a woman, there's this cognitive dissonance, I believe, that happens because I see a man.
Right.
Right? So to me, where it infringes upon my truths, my belief systems, is you want me to call the sky green, but the sky's blue. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what is it? And then you force me to walk into this space with you, and I believe that infringes on my rights.
Right.
And it's now
That's what the
almost
issue-
like saying the N-word.
Yeah, that's what the issue
Like,
is. That's what the issue is.
That's the infringement on
All right.
my individuality, my perspectives, my beliefs, and now you're telling me I have to go there with you. Why?
Right. Right.
Tell me, because that topic, I think, can go both ways. He says, I am a woman, but you literally got more bass and you are a straight up.
You look like Manny Fresh.
What?
I'm just saying, like,
Manny-
there's women that say that they're men, but they look like Manny Fresh.
Manny Fresh. I'm sorry, Manny.
Manny Fresh know they look like
He he just has smooth skin.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has a great skin regimen in the
sure.
mornings. Manny, your skin is great.
I'm sure.
You just have very soft. I'm sure you look like your mom.
Right, I'm sure.
He's a
He
mama's.
looks like his mom.
He
That's
does.
hilarious.
I just want to see a picture of Manny Fresh's
That's
mom, and
crazy.
I'm sure he looks
I'm
just
sure he
like
looks
her.
just like her.
Absolutely.
I
That's
think
all it is.
I think that's like the starter kit for like women that want to be men. Like there's a Manny Fresh photo in the starter kit for that.
My God.
Yeah, I think.
You know what? So you're saying that will be the package?
Yeah,
If you
it's-
go,
yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
not.
They sell it at Halloween.
You talking about the 1996 starter kit?
Yeah. Well, I mean today's
Starter kit, most of the men do look feminine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a lot. But I mean,
that
you
one
put
left.
earrings and some pearls on Manny Fresh and he look feminine. We're all off topic, right? We're all off topic. And so I think ultimately, there are some businesses, there are some professions where your sexuality does play a role. Because I mean, you talked about it earlier. You said that gay men makeup art. I keep saying gay. What's the correct term? Hey, can somebody help me out here?
just LGBTQ.
Okay, so
LGBT.
can I say men? This is why it's so challenging.
Just say homosexual.
Okay, so homosexual men that do makeup typically are better makeup artists than women.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because they've been doing it for a long time.
Okay,
And for a long time,
but there's a lot of people that's been doing it for a long time.
no, back up. Let's be honest.
Okay, Lord,
Back in the day,
Jesus Christ.
RuPaul's makeup looks like the women's makeup today. Let's be honest. Back in the day, drag makeup is slowly beginning to be the standard for makeup. The contouring to make sure that the features are feminine, because you're trying to take away the masculine features and shape the skin and sculpt it.
That's wild.
No, real talk.
No, I'm with you.
Google it.
I'm with you.
Google old school drag queens.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have that transition of women. It's not necessarily men looking like women. It's just like more of the makeup's style is closer to that of old school drag queens. And so now we have this unhealthy competition.
Right.
So the question is, who did it first? I can't argue why I was born a woman. This is not an argument. We're not even going to argue about that. However, I think from a branding perspective, right? When you're talking about just respecting boundaries, let's get back to that. I think the only way to respect boundaries or respect branding in business is to know your target audience. So if your audience is not catered around sexual preferences, then that's inappropriate. I'm sorry.
I agree. I think it is inappropriate.
Unless it's your barber.
Nah, my barber. Listen, if I know my barber is gay, right? I'm trying to think. Do I work with anybody that I just know is a gay dude? I got a chef. She's a gay girl. She's amazing at what she does. But does she wear her sexuality around me? No, she's cool. Like I wouldn't know she was gay unless she told me. You know what I'm saying?
But if that's what I'm saying. Would you do business?
I still do business with her.
So would you do business with a gay guy? Homosexual man.
I'm trying to think.
Open, flamboyantly gay, but he was really good at his craft. Would there be a biased nature? We know that there are some cases that there are biased people, but would you be biased personally?
Yeah. I'm again. I want to be clear. I'm not a homophobe. I'm not any of that. We're gonna talk about the word homophobe too. But no, I wouldn't. If you could cut my hair without
Grazing you?
all of that, yeah. If you could, you ever seen the video with the zesty hooper?
No.
And he's like, he's like, foul.
You could hoop with him?
I'm cutting all this out. Yeah.
Is he good?
No, he wasn't good at all. He wasn't. He was just on the team for DEI. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He said, I'm cutting all this out.
Yeah, I'm cutting out. I mean that part, because I don't need anybody. Listen. So, what I was saying was, I forget where I was going. This is so
You
crazy.
were saying that they're really good at what they do. They can.
If they were really good at what they do, and we have our proximity in place, do your thing. If I had a gay chef, a gay dude chef, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I mean.
But a barber, nah, you can't touch me. Only because I don't like nobody touching me.
You say that, and this is I'm just gonna be just Let me be neutral, right? You say that as if just because they're gay, you're their type and they're coming on to you.
Right. And I think that's the issue that they have with heterosexual people. Like, they think we want everybody, I don't care. Like, I got clients that are gay. And I don't treat them no differently. Like, I got clients, and I don't. Again, I'm saying this to say I don't have a problem with gays. I just have a problem with, I don't think you should wear it on your sleeve. I don't think it's a badge. I don't think it's a tattoo. I don't think it's any of that. Who you have sex with, who you sleep with, is who you sleep with and have sex with. Right. I don't need to know that. I think it's inappropriate for me to know. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, and I get it. But there are certain signs that'll let you know up front, whether or not that's what they do. You just mentioned the basketball player. Right. You mentioned like those sounds, then you have personality traits, right? You have very strong personality traits that will just tell you without telling you. If they don't bring up their sexuality, but you happen to see those personality traits, is there a prejudice against people who are homosexual in business? Truthfully.
I don't think there is. I think that they've created their own lane. And what I've learned is, we talked about, I used to do speed dating events. And as this thing started to bubble, early 2000s, for real, as this thing started to bubble, there was hey, what about homosexual speed dating events? And at that time, I wasn't ready. I wasn't mature enough for the conversation. And I was like, I'm good. Actually, I'm gonna get out of the business altogether. Like, I'm finna jump right in. But I think they do business with themselves. I see people. I'm looking for a photographer, but it has to be LGBTQ friendly. What does that mean?
It's giving civil rights movement 1956. It's giving colored water and white water. White. It's giving the same vibe of like this prejudice nature, right? And the truth is, there are certain people that are still not out and flamboyant, and you're doing business with them and don't even know it. So in that case, to the defense of the LGBT community, sometimes you may never know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with not knowing. I'm cool with not knowing. I'm cool with guessing and suspecting. I'm cool with, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me. Just don't impose on my proximity, my space, my bubble with your views, and don't try to convince me to be gay because that's the thing you like, bro. That's your thing.
Yeah, and I think, and even if if that is the case, if you are gay, you can't be, the antagonist and the victim at the same time.
Right.
That's going to cause issues.
It sounds a lot like that's what they do. They are the antagonist. They tell you, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't say this, you can't say that, or we're going to cancel you. But at the same time, you can't say this, you can't do this, you can't do that because it offends me.
Yeah. It's the same. It's a gang.
It's a gang.
It's a gang. Every aspect of it is a gang. Anybody who comes for the LGBT community will get canceled. You'll get canceled in certain arenas. You'll get canceled on higher levels, mainstream levels. True. You'll get canceled in certain industries, and it operates just like a gang.
True.
And they come together to bring you down, and it's not using guns. These are like weapons of mass destructions of business and brands and people's careers.
Right.
It's the same thing as being online for a white person to call a black person the N-word. You're losing your job. You're losing your family. It is the same thing. It is a gang.
It's a gang.
Yeah, man.
So what do we say to there are entrepreneurs that I work with one big time dude, shout out to Dr. Elijah, making moves in the world. I know he teaches diversity, equity, and inclusion. He goes all across the country, all these different places, doing all these different things. Like, and Dr. Elijah is a we're gonna have to edit this.
Yeah.
But Dr. Elijah is a transgender woman.
Mm-hmm.
Can you help me with that? Did I say that right?
Yes.
Do you know Dr. Elijah?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a transgender woman, right? He's a woman that transitioned into a man.
Yes. You said a trans woman?
Is that what it is?
Just trans woman.
Trans woman. I put an extra syllable in there.
It's okay. It's okay.
Gender,
We're still learning. And I think that is just the nature of the culture. We're still learning new things and how to operate in the newness of it.
Right.
Period. And I think it has to be on both sides. So you can't force me to walk into your truths when your truths conflict with my resolves. And so we can't coexist if there's not a mutual respect from one person to the other.
Right.
I got to respect that that's where you are. This is
Right.
what you do. It is what it is. But you also have to respect that I may not agree. And that is okay too, because I have the right to walk in my truth just as much as you have the right to walk in your truth. And that is okay. We don't have to kill each other's careers. We don't have to cancel any type of person or brand or business. We don't agree. And that is okay. I don't have to come for you because that is your decision for your life. And you don't have to come for me because this is my decision for my life. So if you can avoid being the victim and the antagonist, then we can stop walking into this gaslighting situation. And I think we can all coexist. Sorry. My bad.
You good. I agree.
I'm sorry.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. This is such a crazy topic for me, man. Like, I agree and I understand like the ramifications. I understand what's at stake, man. Listen, y'all can't cancel me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't sign me up, so you can't cancel me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying the people that I know that I work with, they don't push their sexuality off on me. Dr. Elijah is probably like one of the coolest people to hang out with. Like,
yeah.
Like one of the coolest people I know to hang out, and he doesn't.
So you still say he?
I say whatever he identifies as.
What does he identify as?
As a man.
He's trans.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Whatever, and I respect him. He respects me. We talk religion. We talk relationships. We have conversation. Like, we don't just, and it's not this. Don't say that. It ain't never that type of situation with him. He's a real dude, and I appreciate and value that relationship. In his situation, he wears his sexuality. He has a program called 100 Black Trans Men of Atlanta. Like, he is a trailblazer in that regard. I love it because he doesn't, like I said, he don't push it off on me. He ain't never like, hey, bro, like, nah. And I respect that. So in his regard, he wears his sexuality on his business. Is it problematic for me? No. Is it problematic for him? Is he turning off clients by wearing? In his case, I would say no. I would say he's not turning off clients because everybody that comes his way already knows what time it is.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But there's people that, you know, there's photographers in the game that are, and I'm not saying any names, but I've had clients come to me and be like, yeah, I shoot with him because I know he gay and I know he not gonna try nothing. I shoot my risque photos with him because I know he gay and I know he ain't gonna try nothing. I'll double back to you for some other stuff. But and I have to respect that. Like, that's a safety. Now, you know, that's a safety thing. These chicks don't want to take provocative photos with just any old photographer. So they go up the street and, you know, they go holler at my guy. I don't want to say his name and he does amazing work. He's an amazing photographer. But women feel comfortable shooting with him because of his sexuality. Yeah,
I saw this show. It was like a court show. And this woman and her husband, they were on this show, and her husband had an issue with her best friend who was a gay guy, flamboyantly gay, right? Homosexual. Let me just say that. I'm sorry. And
so is gay offensive?
I don't know. I'm just trying to be politically correct. And we're already talking a risque conversation. Right. I'm just trying to make sure that there is an understanding that there's a respect level, right? We definitely want to lead with that, you know, respect. But one night, him and his best friend got drunk and they slept together.
Two dudes?
No. The girl, his wife, and her gay best friend.
Okay.
They had sex. They did it a couple of times and then she got pregnant. So they were trying to figure out whether or not it was her gay best friend's baby or if it was her husband's baby. That can happen.
That's terrible.
Do you think that's terrible? So I think
to cheat is terrible. Because
that
they
is
couldn't
true.
have been black because black
They
men,
were definitely black.
black men don't cheat.
But
the man didn't cheat. The woman was married, right?
Yeah, and she was black.
But black women cheat, but black men don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat.
No,
Okay.
black men don't cheat. Yeah, you
know,
never heard that? Black men don't cheat.
Okay. You know what?
It's all look it up. It's all on the internet.
It's
Look it up. Look it up. I don't know a black guy that cheats.
Yeah, black men don't cheat, but people do lie, so we could talk about it.
Well, they don't lie about cheating.
They'll okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So we getting to wrap it up. We're getting the 2 fingers. We're getting the 2 finger wrap it up from Tone. So listen, I love homosexual women.
Okay. But you don't love homosexual men.
It's not that I don't love homosexual men, but I don't have a problem with homosexual, but I have less of a problem with homosexual women. Like
because y'all like the same stuff?
We like the same things.
Y'all have things in common.
We have more in common.
So what you're saying is you can rock with her because y'all have a mutual
yeah.
What do you call it? A mutual
affection. Or affinity for the same thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I love what you love. We love the same thing. So yeah, we could hang out. And if you look like Manny Fresh, we can't hang out.
Yeah, I remember. I was gonna bring that up because you did say that.
I tend to deal with more so. I dated a gay girl in college. Weird.
So how
right?
was she gay if you dated her?
We never had sex.
How did y'all date?
We slept in the same bed for about 6 months. Like we held hands. We went out of town together. We did trips. I loved her. I would say her name, but I don't want to. But
y'all slept in the same bed and held hands?
Huh?
Y'all just held hands in the bed?
Actually, like we would be in bed and every morning, like I'm let's be real to keep it a book. She gonna be so mad. Don't be mad, sis.
Just don't say a name.
I'm not gonna say your name, but we would. My classmates gonna know. So we would be in bed, and I swear every night I was like, "This gonna be the night. I'm gonna get it tonight. I'm gonna get it tonight. Like, yeah, I'm smashing tonight." And
Negative.
she was gang. She was gang.
Really?
Ultimately, I think I'm not even gonna get into it. Ultimately, I think she did it to spite her ex. I think she had just broke up with her ex.
Aww.
So she wanted to like show her gay ex, like, listen, I get it both ways. Like I get it in. And but we slept in the same bed every night, and every morning I woke up, she would be on the like hanging off the bed to like get away from me.
She literally did not want to be there.
She would be hanging off the bed, and I'd be on the other side. And we did that for like 6 months, man. Like we hung out, we kissed. We didn't do like no deep tongue action, but it was like, and I don't like tongue kissing like that, no way. So it was like pecks on the cheeks and on the lips, and
so you really liked her.
I really did.
You thought you could convert her, huh?
Listen, I was trying to convert that thing.
Yeah.
I was trying to put that thing through the converter. It didn't work. I was trying to put it through the converter. I love you.
Whoever you are.
Oh yeah, peace. I don't want no issues. Yeah. So yeah, good thing we ain't say no names. So listen. With everything that we discussed today and last week, what do you have to leave us with this to inspire?
I say the biggest thing is to be authentically you and respect those around you. Here's the thing. It takes a lot of courage to do anything outside of the box. It takes, in this country, the world that we live in, there's this idea of groupthink. It's if you walk in this life, or if you walk in this light of you're doing this type of business, or if you're walking in this culture, you must think like this. And so what I would say to you today is to be courageously you. Because what the world lacks are individuals who could stand on a platform, stand 10 toes down and say, this is how I think. This is how I feel. But the people who have always done that have been the most monumental, courageous world changers in history. And that can be you. We need you.
We need you.
Be you.
Be you. I love that. Be you.
Yeah.
We need you. That's super dope.
Yeah.
Listen, if you are an aspiring podcaster, you have a great podcast idea, and you are looking to get your podcast launched, I'm talking about from top to bottom, the branding, the marketing, the photos, the videos, the intros, the shooting, the editing, and you just want to put it on YouTube, do whatever you need to do. Listen, my good friends at APAT Media, Brand New Consulting Group, and Chris 10 Media are collaborating to help you put together your podcast. We definitely want to work with you. Click the link in the bottom or just put, hey, I want to put a podcast in the comments, right? Just put, I want my podcast. Let's start my podcast. Put it in the comments. Also, if you're an entrepreneur, business owner, high powered, I only work with high powered entrepreneurs, and you are looking to attract new clients, you're looking to sell higher ticket items, you're looking to multiply your income without having a large social media following, I am also looking to work with you. Listen, let's get started. Put in the comments, hey, I'm ready. We'll have somebody from my team reach out to you. Listen, this episode was extremely wild. I had a really good time. I think we brought it all back together. I think ultimately in some businesses wearing your sexuality does work. Yeah. And in some cases it doesn't. It could be offensive. And we got to be okay with that. We all have to agree. I think the moral of the story is that we all have to agree to disagree.
Yep.
Yep.
Period.
But listen, that's it for us, man. This is the Making a Brand podcast.